Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today we're going to do artist trading card, ATC, and what it is a piece of art that is made on a 2.5 by 3.5 piece of paper. Now they sell these in packages at your local craft store. You can get them in mixed media, watercolor paper, whatever you want. I think you get like 10 or 15 in a package. If you want to be like me and save money, which I'm always about, I go to the dollar store and I buy a piece of poster board. You might even have that at home if you have kids that have to do projects for school. You can get those at the art store as well. Sometimes you can get them three for $1 at the dollar store or even at your AC Moore, Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, whatever. And if you don't want to do the poster board, get a piece of scrapbook paper or geez, what else is there? Scrapbook paper. There is cardboard that you have left from maybe you opened something. You can use cereal boxes, whatever. And what you'll do is you will take your ruler. And like I said, you want it to be 2.5 by 3.5. So I'm going to put my ruler here. And you can see it's 2.5 this way. And then when I turn it this way, oh, come on there, papers and all my stuff. And then when you turn it this way, it is 3.5. So now you can make it go this way, your art, or this way, it doesn't matter. But the main rule is you have to have that size. Okay. They're called trading cards because a lot of people will, we do it in my group, All Things Creative. The delicious Susan Bush hosts it for me, where she will have a theme. People sign up for it and then you guys trade amongst each other. So I don't know, let's say it's the theme is flowers, and then everybody does their own take on flowers on their ATC cards, and they then trade. Susan will have you have partners, and then you trade. It's a lot of fun. And you can go all out. You can just do basic like we're going to do here today, or you can do clay. I mean, you can really do a lot of things. I'm going to put my link to the group on Facebook, All Things Creative, down below. You can click it, ask to join. You can friend me on Facebook or whatever if you want to do the ATC swap. And then I'll put you in the group, and then you can sign up for the swap. And we're going to have a lot of other things going on in the group coming the new year. I'm in the works of talking to other people and, trying to get things started. So that'll be coming up as well. So here we go. I'm going to do a basic ATC card, and I'm going to do a ATC card style that I did in my art journal a while ago, where I did circles and greens and that kind of thing. And I'm going to kind of do it on here, but I think I'm going to do it a little brighter. I'm using up supplies that I have. And one of the things I'm going to try to use up are my golden and my Dina Wakley paint, which I love. I'm not using it up for any specific reason. It's just that I just don't want things going bad. I'm trying to see if I have any other colors. Okay. I thought I had more colors, but who the heck knows where they are. We'll just work with these. So here's what I'm going to do. First, you're going to decide what you want on here. Now, you can use stamps that you use with an ink pad. You can use pictures from a magazine. You can draw. I'm going to do like an abstract kind of thing. So I think the first color I'm going to start with is, I'm going to save the darker, this one for later. You know what? Let me go blue. We're going to go turquoise. And all you're going to do, and this, you can see, this was a ATC card that I kind of used already. I was doing a demo on something. I don't know what I did it on. I think a stamp to show how to get background. So I'm just going to do over it. So if you have pieces of paper that maybe wrote on, or you started drawing and you're not digging it, you can use printer paper and do it. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to take let's do it fancy today. You can use whatever you have, paintbrush or what have you. I think I'm going to use my ruler. I haven't used one of my rulers in a while. And let's just have fun. Now, here's the fun thing when you're using paint, because I don't like to be, let me cut this a little bit. I don't like to be too wasteful. So I know I can use this cardboard for something. So I'm going to hit my thing because that's what I do, my camera. And I'm going to lay it on here. So any color that gets spread around will be on here. And I'm already starting a background for something. So I'm just going to roll this. Look at this. Some people don't like to paint on their hands. Doesn't matter. Look at that. And I'm just rolling. And you see that I'm making fast work of that. No big deal. And then you can just roll this off here if you want. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to worry too much about it. And I'm going to hit it with my heat gun. And that's only to dry it, fairly quickly to move on. I don't want the colors necessarily mixing. I want them to kind of be their own, be their own thing. Okay. And something else I do, you can see that might be a little wet around there. So you can either keep spreading it so it gets thinner to dry a little faster, or just take a paper towel that's dry. So that's, that takes off of it. Very, very good. Okay, so now we have that. And what do I want to do next? Well, if you have any sprays, those are always a ton of fun to use. Let's do a blue. Let's see if I can get spray out of here. These are the Deco Art Media Shimmer Misters, and I'm going to use something like this, which this can be a embroidery. You know how you get the embroidery stuff? This is a plastic. You can use that. You can use anything that you have. And I think I'm going to try and just lay this down, and I'm going to spray this and just a little bit. I'm not going to worry about it too much. And I'm going to just heat it and dry it. These dry permanent, so they're not going to reactivate. So I'm just drying it. It has a little shimmer to it, which is really cool. I'm just drying it. You don't have to wait a few minutes. These dry very quickly. And I can go back in and kind of roll it to thin it out a little bit. No big deal. And look how good that looks. Look at that. Look at the sheen you can see as I turn it. And now we got this great, let's turn it this way so we can get different colors. Now let's go on to what we want to do. So I want to get colors going. I want different colors. What do I want to do? How about I'm thinking, no, you can use washi tape. Oh, that would be fun to put washi tape around here. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. I have some sparkly washi tape, which I love. And I'm trying to think. I don't know if I want to put my circles yet or I want to wait. You know what? Let's start. I'm going to start with a something circular, like maybe the bottom of this. And maybe what I'll do is take some of this green, which is lime. Now, mind you, you can do these in any colors that you want. You just want to make sure that they're fairly dry at the end before you go to do the next color, because you don't want the colors mixing and then you getting, brown. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to dip it in here like that. And I'm going to start by doing, now this, I kind of went a little fancy, but that's all right. They don't have to be so circular. We're just going to play with it. And I might be going over this with other, bigger circles. Who knows? But you see how we're just going to just add a little bit of that color in there. And you don't even have to make whole circles. You can take it down here on the corner, and then you got like a little peep circle, right? And then you just wipe that off, and that's good to go for your next one. Okay, now I'm going to dry this. And you see this here? Look at this. We're getting all kinds of colors here. No big deal. And let's dry this. Now, doing a mixed media ATC card is a lot of fun because you just keep adding more colors and using different medias. Here we're using acrylic paint, and we use spray, and we use, a stencil, so to say. But you can definitely use a regular stencil if you don't have the embroidery plastic. And I'm just going and drawing these real quick. They're a little thicker than just regular paint. Just give it a few seconds. Okay, that's all. Now, what can we do? What can we use that has a bigger circle? How about a lid to, could be anything. Soda, juice, this is my water bottle. Let's see what we can get going with that. Let's do let's do pink. And this is magenta. Of course, you use whatever colors you have. The key here, like I said, is going to be making sure your layers are dry. And I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to tap it in all around. Tap, 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 tap. Okay. Now we can go over these if we want. How about we just put one here, and you just push it down, lift it up, and look at that. And then tap, 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 tap. We can go one here halfway. And then if you want it to be colored in all the way, all you do is you take your brush and color it, which we will do. And I'm going to go on top here and just give it a push. Okay. Now you see how you're adding more dimension to it? And that's all I'm going to do for that. But what I am going to do is take a small brush, like a fluffy kind of brush, and I'm going to go in here. I'm going to put that paint on that brush. And I'm going to go in and I'm coloring these in a little bit. I'm going to paint these in. I'm not worrying if it's the circle's a little odd or I accidentally went outside. You can always fix it if you want. I'm not worrying about it. I'm just going to make these like this. And you don't have to. Matter of fact, I might do another one and leave it transparent. Maybe I'll do that. But you see, then it just gives you a little bit more. But maybe I'm going to just see how I'm smushing it around. Who doesn't like to smush? And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it right here. And then lift it up. Now you can see I'm just going to kind of go like that. And just leave it like that. It doesn't matter. It's all about having fun and doing your thing. So I can always scrub this off like that, wipe it off. I go in here, look, making that go around. Look at this great mixed media background we're getting already, and it's just using extra paint that we have. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to wipe it off just in case I need it again. I'm going to dry it, leave it sit aside. I'm going to then dry this. And, you know, wipe off your lid if you want to save it, you know, in your little arsenal for your mixed media. I do have a video coming up of using your home items for mixed media where I just show a few things around the house and, you know, you use them. And they're basic things that we all have. So, all right. I just want to dry this. Again, you can just sit here and watch your favorite artist on YouTube. I have a million different videos, or you can just watch your favorite YouTuber, listen to your favorite song, and it'll dry. Also, I tell you guys all the time, I know you guys get annoyed, go to your thrift store, your local thrift store. Mine has so many hair dryers for a couple bucks. I wish it wasn't so expensive to ship because I would be buying them and sending them to all kinds of people, but it's very expensive to ship. All right, so I'm going to use one more color. And what color we want? Do we want purple? How about orange? Do you think orange? Huh. I wonder what orange would look like. I think I'm going to go with purple. I might regret my decision, but who knows? And then I'm going to go with, I'm just squirting it. It's pretty purple. It's called, turn your hand the other way, Kel. Blackberry violet. So, you know, that's good. Hey, and listen, you can use, if you have gelatos, you can do that as well. Just remember they're water soluble, so you'd have to set them, which I have a video coming up on how I use these in a different way to make them more permanent. Okay, so what are we going to use for our circle now? Well, you can use a paintbrush. You can use a Q-tip. I think I'm just going to go in with my brush, and I want it damp. I don't want it wet. I don't want it dripping, and I'm going to grab this, and I'm really going to go to town here and get my brush purple. And I'm going to put one right in the middle here. And I don't care. I can go over whatever I want. Excuse me, I still have my cold. It will not go away. And I'm just going to do this. And a little bit more. Want one down here. It doesn't have to be big. Whatever you want. Okay. And I'll make it, look, you can see my circles aren't going to be exactly circles. Maybe you need them to be exactly circles. And if you do, by all means. Now I think we need something there, but it's not going to be too big. Just going to do a little one. I want it to be in between, you know what I mean? A little bigger than the green and smaller than the pink. And there you go. Very simple. And then I'll rinse that off. I will move this for a second. I will then, look at me go, rolling, 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 rolling. Rolling it over top. And then I'm going to blow this dry real quick. I love the way that looks right there. And I'll show you when I'm done what we'll do with this. All right, so then I'm just going to dry this. These dry very quickly. Now, I'm not digging this one over here, that pink one, so we'll do something over there and change it a bit, but it's all right. Okay. So you see, when I lift this up, already how, you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. But look how cool that looks. Can you see? It got some shimmer in there. That's why it's... But look at that great background we're making already. Okay. So we have that. Now, I want to grab a water-soluble pencil or water-soluble watercolor Crayola pencil, you know, whatever you have. If you don't, you can use, if you have a permanent marker. Let me find I know a lot of you don't have the Faber-Castell. What did I do with my Sharpie? If I had a brain. All right. Just my Sharpie, my black Sharpie. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go down here and start this one. And I'm going to go around it just a little bit like that. And then you could take water. Now these dry faster than the Faber-Castell. No, see, that's already dry. So it's not going to work the way I want it, but that's okay. Maybe I'll just do all these like this. Just the green ones. And I'm going to outline them. Even the little bit. Okay. Very simple, but I do want to blow out some of that, if that makes sense. So I need to find my Stabilo. Okay. I know I have it. I know it's somewhere. Where are you? Or we're gonna have to go a different way. Oh, I hate being sick. It makes me very miserable. I swear I had my Stabilo here, but maybe I don't. Maybe we'll just use a different color then. Because it really just doesn't want to work with me here. All right, we'll use the blue. We'll use the blue. I hate when I can't. I know I have things and I can't find them. Drives me batty. But blue will work because the background's blue. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to now normally, or sometimes, I shouldn't say normally, but sometimes, you see how I'm just coloring around that real dark for now? I would wash this all out. And what I mean by that is I would water down black, white, maybe a different color, and I would wash this all down. Now, I'm not going to do that because I know a lot of you like the more bright colors. You're not comfortable with maybe doing it a bit darker. Not that I won't do a little darker colors and whatnot at some point, but for this, for the basic, that's why I tell you, use whatever colors you have or that you like. I'm just going to leave it kind of more, you know, more lighthearted. So I'm going to go around. Now listen, you can use your watercolor Crayola markers or whatever you have because they're water activated, and as well as your pencils, you know, and then you're going to get the same kind of thing and it's going to be delicious. All right. Okay, so you see how I'm just going to go around the pink for now, and then I'll pick a different color for the purple. I might even do white for the purple. I don't know. But let's say I go, oh, okay, you know, I'm going to do white for the purple, but I'm not real sure. Well, if I do white and I want to do it darker after, of course, then I can do it like that if I don't like it. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, so you see we have that. And look how just doing that little line around it for now, how nice that looks. But now let's figure out what we're going to do for the darker one. So I'm going to use my white Stabilo. And although you might not be able to see it that well, maybe you will. Sorry for sniffing. If I could get this darn thing away. By 1 o'clock, I have to be. I'm exhausted. I'm in bed. It's ridiculous. I feel like I'm 90. I have to take a nap. Okay. Okay. Now let me show you this. La, 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 la. Okay. Now comes the fun part. I'm gonna take a paintbrush. Okay. And this is a Martha Stewart one. And I'm going to dip it just in the water. I'm going to just take a little bit of the water off. And I'm going to go light to dark. So I'm going to start with the white first. And I'm going to liquefy it. And I'm going to activate it. Liquefy it. Sounds very scientific. And I'm just going to take it around and, you know, wet it a little bit. You don't have to. If you like the way it looks, then don't. You know, I'm just doing it a little bit. Now I'm going to go into this because I can lighten this now with that on my brush. But look how that blue. I can't keep myself in black Stabilos. See how we're just making it go out a little bit, a little shadow, nothing too fancy. You could be very particular and not do a lot, you know, a lot of it if you don't want, you know, wet it a little more, dab it off, and let's go here. And if you want it more, you can definitely do it more. You want it wetter? Oh, that's your choice. Now, I'm going to paint some of this in here because the way this laid, it's just going to be a mixture. It's not a big deal. Okay, and you see how we're doing? Now, I don't really like the white. I don't like it that much. So I'm going to decide on a different color because I don't like it. What color would be good with that? That's the question. I don't know because it's kind of dark. I don't think this green will show up. Let's see. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Oh, maybe. Maybe it will. Look at that. It's always worth trying. Just going to kind of take the corner of it and take it around there. And if you don't want to do it like this, you could put it down on your mat or wherever and pull up some of the color and paint it on there. Let's see. Yeah, that gives it a little more of a pop. Okay. Just a little bit. Let's see. Now's when all the fun starts, because now you want to go in and dot around and make white. Or now I'm going to hit this with the heat gun just for a second. Or I'm going to blow it away because, you know, I'm going to make sure that's dry. All right, now I'm going to take some white. Now, some people don't like this, so, well, you know, maybe I'll do it differently. Maybe, let's, I know some people don't like the dots and all, so maybe we should do something different. We can doodle in there. Let's grab, oh, my nose. Let's see if my my gel pen, now these are dry, but for these dark ones, we can always lighten it up by just doing some little doodles. Nothing too much. Just to give it a little bit of design. So you could do all kinds of stuff. Like I said, you can, you know, we can take, because I really like this design. Maybe I'll just do it on this one to show you. You can go in with paint, or I can just go in and take my whatever pencil or pen you have, and I'm gonna just trace these. This becomes a cool stencil, and do these squares. Look at that. I'm so fancy. Yeah. Right? So many different things. So many different things. You can just follow this. And make small circles. So, I mean, really, your mind, whatever, you know what I mean, thoughts that you have, different things that you see, you can definitely do. And I would probably do it more, like here, for instance, I would probably trace. It's not writing on the wax part, or my pen's running out. Either way, it's gone. But I would probably do it more in the darker ones, because, come on, baby, aren't you gonna write? Just because, you know, they're so dark. It'll lighten them up a little bit. And you have a cool ATC card. And then if you really want to get fancy, you take some washi tape. I just happen to have this sitting here. I always have it sitting here. I'm not going to necessarily do it, but then you can go and put this around it and make it, you know, like a frame around it, or make it go just like this and make it, I mean, you can really go crazy. If you don't have this, take some of your, which I should wait until I do the video, but I'll just tell you anyway. Take a little bit of your PINTREST tape, do it that way. Use that if you don't have the glitter. Do all kinds of stuff. So this is fun. This is an ATC card for not only for beginners, but just to play around. And really, you know, you can be as creative as you want. Now, you see I have this. Well, what am I going to do with this? Well, I can cut it into pieces, but the best part is now I know I got to make this even here. So I'm going to put this here. I'm not a very even girl, as most of you know who have been with me, because I can't see evenly. My brain just doesn't work that way. But I'm just going to mark this down like this and cut this. Just give me a second. You're going to see what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this off. Now you can save this piece and use it in your mixed media or whatever, but that's not what I'm going to do. So what I would do now is I would take my ruler, or if you already have a size cut out, you can do that. It might be easier for you than the ruler. Put it on here. Take your pencil. Go ahead and trace your card all over this. Then go ahead and cut it out. You'll take longer and a little bit better of a cut than me because I'm a little, you know. And you can always clean it up here. It's easier when it's, there you go. And there you go. And now you have a background. You have another ATC background that you can do. And you just keep doing that. And you have this great, you know, this great backgrounds to use. So, I mean, really, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. And now you can start on your next ATC card. And you don't have to be nervous that it is a white background. I mean, look how cool this looks. You got shine, you got all kinds of stuff, and you keep cutting it, and you have a bunch of ATC cards cut out. So that's a little tip from me to you. So if you guys like this, please give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Please share my video around to others who you might think will like this, would like this video. I love doing beginners for you guys. I love doing basic for you guys, as well as more advanced as well. But I know a lot of you are new to ATC cards, so I wanted to, you know, do a video and then let you know about my group, All Things Creative, doing ATC swap. Again, if you want to be in it, the link will be down below to join the group. And if for whatever reason you don't get in within the next day or so, email me on Facebook and let me know that you did join, and I will let you in. I got a lot of people who want to get in, and I got to, you know, go through a lot of names and stuff to make sure that you're a real person. So it might take me a minute, but just email me and I will take care of it. So I love you guys so very much. And as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And if you guys do ATC cards or anything like this, you could do this in your art journal as well. Please tag me so I can see it because I love it. Email me, send it to me on Facebook, whatever you want, whatever you like. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.